Hello, hello, hello. Let's see here, let me get this on editor really quick so we can see everything.
No, you can't have grapes.
Alright, let's get these kitties calibrated. They're a little too close. There we go. I think that should be good. You ready? There we go. All set. Oh, we already switched.
Mother, what'd you do with my pen?
You lost your pen? Or did you lose it and you're just blaming him?
He's sitting on it.
You're blaming the little buddy Milo for the pen.
He's sitting on it. Oh, I forgot to put this on a different layer.
He's good at hiding stuff with his butt. Oh, they're already dropping the Final Fantasy music on us in this one.
Oh.
Well, Advent Children.
Alright, let's see. What does this penguin look like?
Alrighty, everyone. So tonight we are going to be drawing Petty Penguin. I'm not exactly familiar with her show, though.
Yeah, me neither. The style looks really familiar, but it's definitely not something I've watched before.
I think I've actually seen my, maybe my nephew or my niece, someone watching this show. Alright, I should be all set up here in just a second.
Is this one of those puffy hats with the...
Like a bonnet?
like, with that thing on it?
I can't quite see her.
Oh. It's like one of those hood things.
I think the Final Fantasy might be just a tad loud. Cloud. The sound cloud. So we gotta remember that her clothes are purple. Let me go ahead and send a link out to Twitter for everyone. I'll send one out to Facebook just to see.
Mama's got his tail square in the middle of my phone. Can't see. who I'm drawing.
So is it like, so it's a little beak instead of a nose? That should be interesting for you. Oh, it seems like you're getting it pretty fine. Anyway.
Yeah, I think a beak is more fun to draw than a mouth anyway.
Really? You like beaks better? I used
I
to
love
draw.
ducks.
I used to draw like turtle stuff, turtles and dragons with beaks all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I like dragons with beaks more than like the traditional flat face mouths. Were we gonna be drawing anything alongside her, like any other creatures or characters?
Not that I remember.
I guess we'll see how quickly you get done with her, and if we've got folks around, and if we feel like we want to do something else, so we can buy more time to chat with folks, maybe we can consider. What was the cat we were thinking of? It was a cat, right? Like that big, fluffy, round, lion-looking cat.
Is there a cat in the show?
I don't think it was in this show. I think it was from something else. It was a cat you knew. Remember last week? I looked it up and you said, "Oh, I know that cat."
I don't remember.
I can't remember what the cat was called. One of our viewers actually recommended that we draw it along with it. Oh, we got a little Bloodborne music here.
Oh.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe everyone is going to show up like around 8 because they're so used to us being late, and we were actually somewhat nearly on time today, so it's like,
Yeah, we
nah.
were only a few minutes late.
They think that their notifications are lying to them.
Could be just big. You could be right. It's either going to be way the crap over here or way over here.
I thought you had the mouth done. What happened to it?
I didn't like it.
You destroyed her mouth. I guess all parts of the picture are at the whim of the artist. Hopefully Dave pops in soon. I was thinking there was something he and I were still going to chat about, but I can't remember what. Why is it so hard to get the link for the video? Oh, Ned had another stream at like 1 a.m. last night that I didn't get a notification for. It's
Oh,
kind of late
dang.
though. I don't know if I would have been able to drop in on that one. The YouTube website is so much worse to use than the app. If you're actually trying to watch something, it's like a real pain.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to get a simple link. And, like, I can't get a link. The app won't give me a link because it's actually in the app.
Really?
There's an option to watch VR even with us. I wonder what that's like.
It's probably the guy that just puts you in a big theater looking thing.
When someone drops in, we'll have to ask them if they have like any of the VR or the cardboard or any of those things for their phones. Have someone do it and see what it's like. All I want is a link.
It still won't work for you? YouTube is broken.
Oh well, we're just gonna have to forget throwing the link over to Facebook. Our 500 bots on Facebook are just gonna have to look for the video themselves. I never thought about actually trying to link the video to Discord, though. That might help. Because I think the YouTube notifications are kind of rough lately.
Oh, that's an idea.
I just hate spamming the Discord with something like that. I don't even know what music this is. It's like Eve Online or something. Looks like Eve or maybe what's that one? The VR one? Something Dangerous, Crimson Dangerous. Elite Dangerous, that was it.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what that one's music sounds like.
I got the game when it was on sale for like $5 and I've never played it. It's supposed to be one of the most immersive VR experiences you can have, but you really gotta, if you really want to be able to enjoy it, you gotta have that, what is it, one of the flight sticks
Oh.
with all the buttons. You remember Up Is Not Jump covered it?
Yeah, I remember that.
The Thrustmaster. I'll have to talk to our Warframers out there about this new contest that Digital Extremes is doing, because apparently they have a contest right now where you can win 200. It's weird. It says you can win $250,000. So you win $250,000 toward a trip to space, is what they said.
What?
Like, no one is clear on what it actually is at the moment. Like, is it 250,000 and then we have to pay the other 750,000? I mean, like, what does a trip to space cost anyway?
Probably an absolute crap ton.
Like, I can only imagine, cause the fuel alone to get your butt up there is gonna be like probably several $1,000s. Like, I'd say at least 50, 100 grand.
Yeah.
At least, like on the low end, to get to space and back, maybe. Did you realize how many miles that is? That's a lot of miles. And then what part of space are you even gonna go to? Is there like a space Bahamas or something?
I mean, if you're really passionate about space, going to space would be really cool. But it doesn't sound like a very good time as far as like a vacation, because like even just washing your hair is such a huge pain.
Yeah. Imagine coming back from like a 2-week trip in space. It's like, I know I smell, but you would not believe what it takes to take a shower up in space.
I've heard that people that come back from being in space for a long time drop a lot of stuff because they're so used to not having the gravity,
Oh.
so they'll just like leave something in the air, but
I bet. Like I've even noticed, like, after playing something in virtual reality for a while. Hey Dave, what's going on? Yeah, we're actually we try to pretend that we're gonna be on at 7:30 every week, but we're always late, is what it is. How you doing,
Yeah,
man?
we were actually on time today.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. We were like, watch everyone start showing up around 8 o'clock, because that's when we usually get on. So, did you have a good week, Dave? How have things been at the kennel? I am actually looking for new work at the moment, and that's one of the things I've been considering is getting back into like the shelter kennel scene. I used to do a bunch of that kind of stuff for shelters and such quite a while back.
If you're talking like a SPCA type of situation, you definitely have to be a certain kind of person to work there. I would volunteer, but man, being around that all the time, they're not always.
Well, yeah, at the ASPCA, I mean, you're gonna be you could be looking at a lot of heartbreaking kind of situations.
I mean, you probably get maybe used to it or desensitized to it. But
No, I don't know if you ever could, because I've seen a lot of bad stuff when it comes to animals, especially when I was volunteering, and I don't know, I don't think you could ever get used to it.
Yeah, I don't know that I could, but the people that work there seem to handle it okay.
Well, with that kind of thing, you really have to have you kind of have to have a mode of thinking that's just, you've got to get in and get what is needed done for the animals. So
I feel like I've given her little monster feet.
yeah, they're pretty big. Are they that big in the reference?
I don't know. It depends on which one you're looking at. Here they look smaller. Maybe I should make them smaller. She's actually got legs in this one. Yeah, let's give her some legs.
Oh, what's up, Stan? I didn't see that. Yeah, it's this is a request. We do art stuff for various viewers. Take requests, and this was the request for this week.
To be quite honest, I don't know what this is either. Oh, no one's making you watch it.
Yeah, if it's not your thing, you can head on out. Alrighty, so she has to be purple. We can't forget that.
Yep.
Well, that's actually a legitimate question, Stan. We actually get a lot of younger folks in the audience, and this is kind of common. We get stuff like this. Not that we really mind. Petty here is actually pretty simple, so pretty quick to do. Nice and easy. The little lady that requested it, though, hasn't shown up, though, so we're kind of wondering where she is, but I'm sure she'll turn up. So, Stan, do you usually watch streams? If so, what kind of stuff are you usually into? We do a little bit of everything around here. We've done everything from Video King characters to Monster Hunter, various anime characters. No, Dave, they're not commissions. No one pays for it. Hey, what's up, Mark? It's more for practice, really. She was looking for a way to practice drawing and getting used to digital art a while back. So we kind of came up with the idea of, just streaming it. Because, when you got, like, artist block, you can't really think of what you want to do. But if someone else is asking you to do stuff, then it kind of makes it easy.
And it's also a schedule to make sure I draw something at least once a week.
Yeah, keeps her in practice. So Mark, how's your week been? Everything going good? Are you still working on your other game that you were working on, bro? Oh yeah, Mark. Looks like we might have one this week. We had a new one or two last week, one of them of which asked for Petty, but she hasn't shown up so far. Oh, you got your cast off. That's awesome.
Oh, dang, nice.
That's pretty quick. Was that 6 to 8 weeks already, or are you just a quick healer?
I know they try to get them off as quickly as they can so that you don't, like, atrophy and stuff, so you can actually use it.
Yeah, no one likes having a cast on either.
I guess it was like 6 weeks, huh?
It was kind of funnier before, Mark. Got my cast taken off. We haven't gotten a chance to get Mario Maker yet, Stan. I've been wanting to get it though. I've actually been watching live streams of people playing it, and it actually looks really, really fun. I wish I could say I was creative enough for those kind of games, though. I tend to get playing them, and then they have so many options and like things you can build, and I kind of get overwhelmed and end up not really making anything interesting. But I do like to. I think those kind of games are the real fun ones to watch. I love to watch other people create stuff.
It's pretty amazing to see some people run through these that just look absolutely impossible, and they still manage to do it.
Oh, you sold them off, Dave? Man, that sucks. Hopefully, are you planning on getting them back at a later time, like when you get into a bigger place, or? I hope you're not having to sell them, because you have to, because I definitely know what that's like. And that's not fun. If you get a rotation down, though, now that you know the business, I mean, I know you run an online store. Have you gotten to the point of where you might actually be considering doing it like full time? Hey, Rick, how's it going, bro? We are doing good.
Oh, hello.
Because I was thinking, Dave, with Iceborne building Monster Hunter hype up, I mean, do you think there might be a chance? I haven't been selling anything, so. Stan, I wish I could tell you exactly what Petty the Penguin is from. She requested it, and I didn't look up what the show is. I think it's from like a kid's show.
I've seen her before, but I couldn't tell you. I have absolutely no idea what the show is.
I'm gonna Google her real quick, because I should have done this beforehand. It only takes like 2 seconds to Google something I should have. Looks like she's from Pororo.
Pororo?
Yeah. Pororo. Pororo. The little penguin. I swear I've seen like my nephews and niece or their kids watching this before.
I know I've seen advertising, like I've seen these characters on things like in a store, probably.
Oh, you're on both, Mark. You're busting out all the devices tonight, huh, bro?
Twitch is definitely a good one to be on because it's much more responsive.
You did sell them, Dave? Did you get any more than what you paid for them, just out of curiosity? You doubled it, man.
Oh, nice.
It's got a cult following, but dang, I didn't think it'd be worth double this soon. Hey, we got some Chrono Trigger music. Yeah, the only Trails series that I've got, or Legend of Heroes series that I've got before these is I've got Trails of Cold Steel 2 for PlayStation 2. No, PlayStation 3, the collector's edition. Oh yeah, they did all of the series almost went on the Vita, right? Rick wants to know if you've ever created your own characters by drawing.
I have. They're not particularly interesting, but I guess created characters probably when I was in high school. I did some really dumb writing and stuff and wrote about, they were just kind of regular people, sort of. I think one of them may have been like an angel or something.
It's been that long you can't remember
I
'em?
don't remember what I even wrote about them, but yeah, I did design some characters, but they're not very interesting.
I'm sure they were interesting. It's always the artist that's the biggest critic of their own work.
I guess so. They're pretty basic. But they were mine.
Oh, you finished Shield Hero and you finished your sentence. You went from YouTube to Twitch. It's like tricked me. So you finished Shield Hero and Naruto, Mark? You know, that's kind of like saying you read a magazine and then you went and you read the entirety of everything J.R.R. Tolkien has ever written. Because Shield Hero is like, what, 50... How many episodes is it up to? It's not up to 50, is it? It's like in the 30s? 26, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Then you got
I was gonna say
Naruto, which
25.
is like
Yeah,
that
Naruto is insane.
times
Naruto's
30,
taking
40?
on One Piece.
Good lord. So now that you're done with Naruto, are you going to move on to Boruto? I've actually seen quite a few fights from Boruto, and the animation looks pretty stellar when they're fighting.
Really? I have not seen any of Boruto. But
Boruto? So, no?
Oh.
I could never get into the really long series. Like, I'm probably committing like an anime cardinal sin here, but I've watched everything Dragon Ball. But when it comes to anything else, Dragon Ball and Eye Shield are probably the longest ones that I've actually watched. As far as like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, any of those, I can't bring myself to throw the time at it. Now, I've watched a whole lot of the fight scenes, a whole lot of highlights. I've read a lot of synopses on them, so I got a general idea of the stories. But there's just so much filler. Like, every time I look at, like, filler, it's like, there's enough filler in Naruto to probably put toward... You could probably watch, like, 8 or 9 solid 12 or 20 episode series.
There's actually guides online that tell you which episodes you can skip without missing anything important.
There's a filler, like a filler filter.
Yeah.
See, I'm with you, Dave. I like the whole, like, 12 episodes, 26 episodes, maybe 50 episodes. There's a few that did really well in 50 episodes, like Soul Eater was really good in 50 episodes.
Wasn't Gurren Lagann?
Yeah, Gurren Lagann's up there. There's also Full Metal Alchemist was another 50 episode. Like, I think, what is it, Hajime no Ippo? Each one of the chunks of Hajime no Ippo are around 50-ish episodes. See, Dragon Ball was just, like, I really loved it because it was one of my first, like, things that I actually got, like, committed to when I was younger for anime. But I actually liked the filler. Like, they really made it entertaining in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, some episodes, or animes rather, the filler is not bad. That's what that.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. There's been some really good ones that they've squeezed into 12 episodes. It's just, my problem with the 12 episode series is almost all of them have those freaking cliffhanger endings where they're like, go read the manga.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to read the light novel. Go check out this mobile app. It's like the story's elsewhere. It's like, you get to the end of 12 episodes and they're like, we're sorry, Roy, your story's in another castle. Your dad introduced you to DBZ? Sounds like you got a really cool dad, Mark.
Yeah, I'd be kind of shocked if my dad could name a single anime.
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about my anime list is they'll actually like you can look at what people say and basically get the gist of if it ends, like if it actually has like closure included in the package. Oh, you got some art supplies, Mark. You getting stocked up for the rainy days so you can do some drawing.
Man, new art supplies are always so exciting.
See, I envy you artists. You guys, like the way you guys go and get supplies and everything. Like people who draw and such get so excited about it. I wish that I could feel like that about art supplies.
You don't like get a new sketchbook or something, and it's just so clean and crisp, and it makes you pumped to draw something in it.
You're probably gonna hate me for this, but I actually for most of the stuff that I ever drew. Hey, what's up, audio?
What do you?
So most of the stuff that I drew was on just plain old notebook, with the lines in it and everything. I would just draw on that.
I drew a lot on my book paper. I regretted them so much.
Now, pencil cases look like they could be something cool to get into.
Oh yeah. A derp pencil case.
Like, they have pencil cases for literally everything.
This one is Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. Creative pen display. I feel like it had a more specific name.
Yeah, that's what I said when she got it, Dave.
Yeah, probably a mistake.
She saved up for a long time for it though. I'm usually like I'll usually get onto her if we're gonna like try to make a big expense that's not entirely necessary. But she threw a good amount of her money back for quite a while from every check to get this, so
Yeah, I probably should have just got like a regular tablet, because I see people do really good stuff on like iPads, and that would have been useful for more than this, and also you can like take it places. This anchors you to a computer.
oh yeah, Dave, that's another reason I couldn't say no to her getting a tablet, because I've got quite a bit of my own. I've got my own fair share of expensive tech that just kind of lies around. They're collector's items.
The way stuff like becomes obsolete nowadays, it's kind of hard not to have all this stuff that was super expensive and now useless around.
It's not useless. There's still memories packed into all those old, extremely limited bits of memory.
And electronic has a soul now.
Deus Ex Machina. I actually used to be that way, Dave, with tablets. Like, I did, like, the Google Nexus tablets when they first started coming out. Like, when tablets first started becoming a thing, like, I was just getting different tablets. I love them. Playing the crap out of mobile games on them.
People just draw a clean line. I can't.
But then I got, what is it? I got my iPad. And I gotta say, I'm not a fan of Apple products. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just not. I prefer more customization and more open source. But I gotta say, for what I actually do on a tablet, man, this iPad, I've got like an iPad Air 2 that I've had for years, and this thing was probably one of my best investments ever. I use it for everything.
Yeah, I'm like one.
When we're planning out a video, I mean, I have apps for helping, like doing any kind of scripting or like video editing, that kind of stuff.
Not that we do any of that.
Yeah, not that we actually script or video, but it's there.
I mean, we rarely do. Sometimes we'll do silly stuff that actually has a script.
Yeah, like we did that Anthem music video, and we did the what is it, the Fat Cat Final Fantasy 14 video. That's probably the most editing we've ever done. And the Nintendo Labo VR video, the unboxing for that, we edited that quite a bit, but that was all on the phone. We did all the editing for that on our phone.
Yeah, that app that you found was really cool. It was for free.
I didn't actually think Dave, like I said, I usually don't like Apple stuff. The reason I got this originally was because I work for the phone company and we're unionized, and I'm a union steward with the phone company. So as a union steward, if any of our employees have to go into meetings, or we have anything where we have to take notes, anything like that, I needed something, because the union, those old fogies are still like trying to take everything down by hand with a pen and paper. They're all like eagle claw scrolling this stuff on like little notes and napkins and stuff during a meeting, like important notes, and they keep having to like stop the meeting and everything for it. So I actually got this so I could show them that technology streamlines it, makes it so the meetings go much smoother, much faster, you can take much better notes, and then it's like, oh, I don't have to come and hand you my notes, I can email them to you or text them to you. That was the original reason I got it. And I got an iPad because since it's all company records, things that pertain to employee rights and that kind of thing, privacy, I don't have to worry about viruses, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, it still works, Mark. It works great. And the thing is, I meant to get a screen protector for it, and I never did. And this thing has lasted the last like 3 years, and legit has like next to no scratches on it. And you can ask Sash, I'm not the nicest person with this thing.
He takes baths with it. Like how?
Oh yeah, that's just reading. I like to do reading in the bath. I like to, get my digital manga and stuff and catch up in the bath. But I've got like just a little Kensington like cover for it that's also a keyboard that I got with it the day one, and yeah. But it's been great. I mean, it doesn't lag like a lot of other tablets that I had. After maybe a month or two, the apps and everything that I had on them, there'd be too much like VRAM overload, like there'd be memory leaks and stuff, and it would just lag. It'd be slow. But this thing still runs like the day I got it. I've heard the art apps for the tablet, for the iPads, are actually really, really good too. There actually a lot of people would compare iPad, like the iPad Curve, the iPad Air 3, I think. They would compare that with the Cintiq.
I'm trying to remember like what I did do some research recently on some tablets, because I was looking for something cheaper that would be portable, and none of them are cheap enough. But because Wacom makes one, but it's like $2,000. It's insane. That ain't gonna happen.
I think that's the one that Dave was talking about that has like a computer built into it so you can get away from it. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Mark, when you said you're slapping Milo, it took me a second to process. Then I remembered the robot thing on Twitch.
No wonder I haven't seen him in a minute. Portia's over there napping in the bucket. It's too far for the camera.
Ibis, Mark says he uses Ibis Paint X on his tablet to draw. What kind of tablet do you have, Mark? Just out of curiosity. Portia in your bucket? Yeah. Our Portia loves our bucket. She's actually over there sleeping on it so hard that I think she might fall out of it if she keeps leaning that way.
Yeah, she's barely in there.
Ooh, Galaxy. I love Galaxy. Like I said, I had the Nexus 7 and I also got a Galaxy back when they first started producing them. And those are probably the best two tablets that I actually got to mess with before the iPad. You're selling through your anime collection, Dave? A lot of my collection, I've actually got in duplicate, so my idea, the way I try to justify is that one day I'll sell my entire collection and still have it. Yeah, it sounds like you're kind of the same way with anime that I am with games. There's actually been a lot more games that I bought and never even took out of the package than I'd like to admit. Because you know how they like to, like next month, in September. No, next month is August. So in September there's going to be like 5-6 games that I want to get. I'm hoping I'll be able to actually get them all and play them all. The problem is, it's probably going to be more like I get all of them and I play like 2.
It sucks being an adult. You can buy all the games that you wanted when you were a kid. Like when you were a kid, you had nothing to play, and all this time, now you got the money to buy the games you want, but no time.
Well, I remember back when video games, when I wasn't allowed to have them because of my dad. But I remember back then, that was during the time of PlayStation 1 and 64. You only got like 5 or 6 really, really great stellar games per year. Like, it was much more limited. Now you're looking at like, some years have like 30, 40 freaking games that are worth playing. Yeah, Fire Emblem is gonna be a big one. It always is, because it's your strategy. And hey Pororo, good to see you. She says thank you, or he. They, whichever.
I was so worried that I was butchering her, especially her feet, because she's got almost like realistic penguin feet, doing me a little stress. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna give her monster feet.
Oh, audio, you actually got Siren from Xenoblade? I was thinking about getting that one, but since it's a Japanese model kit, I've got the Metal Gear Rex. Sasha got me a Metal Gear Rex a few years back for my birthday, and the instructions are all in Japanese, and we could do it now, but when she first got it for me, we didn't know a lick of it, so it was like,
Yeah, I could probably translate it now.
cool gift, but what do we do with it?
We put it on the shelf forever.
Yep, it's on the shelf now. And Mark, no worries, you will have your collection, good sir. Trust me. You keep working toward game development like you have been, and you'll be making the money to get your own collection going. Heck, if you get a spot in the industry, you'll probably be able to actually get like some really cool insider stuff. Did you actually build it, audio? Or is it sitting on your shelf like our Metal Gear? By the way, when she got me that Metal Gear, Google Translate and smartphones weren't a thing. Otherwise, we could have used that. This was quite a while back.
I mean, they existed, they just weren't very good.
Yeah, no, they probably were. Smartphones, yeah. I don't know about Google Translate. I'm pretty sure by that point, Google Translate, you couldn't have just pointed your phone at it and had a translation come through.
We did that a lot in Japan on like the cold medicines. There's some big words on there I don't understand. So we translated them, and a lot of them came out pretty funny. But you could at least still get the gist of it.
Hey, Mark, a lot of Pokemon stuff goes up in value really quick.
Yeah, anyone that's still got those cards.
Because you guys know, Pokemon to this day is still the highest grossing uh, entertainment franchise in the world. They're still number one. Yeah, back in 2017 we went to Japan. We've actually got a couple of really crappy videos that we uploaded.
Yeah, we've got one. We went to, what was it? The Eorzea Cafe?
Yeah,
During the Halloween event.
Yeah, we went to Cafe Eorzea. We've also got some footage from Square Enix Cafe. Oh, we've got some footage. Wait, no, we didn't. From Capcom Bar.
Yeah, I think they were no
They asked. Yeah,
video.
they were no recording. So.
But honestly, they were by far the best. That was so much fun.
Yeah, out of all those themed cafes, we went to just about all of them in Japan. I'd have to say, if you guys go to Japan, Capcom Bar is by far the best.
And it's not a huge pain to get the tickets and whatnot. Eorzea Cafe was fantastic, though. I really liked that one.
Yeah, Eorzea Cafe was really good.
It's probably my second favorite.
And if you guys ever do get out to Japan and you're gonna buy tickets for this kind of stuff, hit us up on Discord or something, because we can help you buy them. Because they have a special way of buying tickets to that kind of stuff, so people can't buy out all the tickets and scalp them online. You actually have to go and buy them at a certain place, and they have times where you can reserve seats and stuff. They're done in blocks and everything. It's a little bit of a process.
Yeah, you buy it online, and then you have to pick it up within a certain window at a Lawson's, which is like a 7-Eleven kind of thing.
Oh, Mark.
Nice, that is an awesome situation.
And Mark, by the way, those were incredibly dirt vids. Believe me, they're pretty rough. Because in Japan, we bought this little dinky laptop that we thought was going to do well. It turns out it was one of those laptops.
It was like $100.
It turns out, yeah, it was like one of those laptops that you use to do the most basic of things. Like, this thing had a processor from 1999 in it. It did next to nothing we wanted it to do. It could hardly upload the videos. We had a GoPro with us, and we were taking the video, and so the GoPro is recording in 1080p 4K stuff, and then it's the computer doesn't know what to do with it when we go to upload it. It literally takes the whole night to upload a 2 gig video because of the weird internet that we were having to use. And yeah, we would set it up before we go to sleep, and it would barely get a video uploaded overnight. And yeah, that is a handy situation, Dave, that you've actually got someone there to help show you around the place, because it's not that bad to get around Japan, but it can be pretty confusing.
We did go to Kyoto, but I wish we had spent more time there, because we were there for one night. We went to a tea ceremony deal and got lost in this shrine type of thing.
Oh yeah, we went roaming about the mountains. We went up for a tea drinking ceremony and a traditional ceremony. Really beautiful place. And after the ceremony was done, the lady kind of just let us out into her neighborhood and was like, okay, have a nice time. And now we're in the mountains, kind of lost. So we just kind of wandered out and went along the mountainside. We found this old temple that apparently was a theatrical place. They had theaters, and it was it was traditional.
I think it was a historical district type of thing, because there was an elementary school in there, but all the buildings were a really old style. Cookie and cream coffee sounds like my jam. I love everything with cream in it. Is there a specific cookies and cream coffee that we should try?
There was tons of that kind of stuff in Japan. We actually have, I think it's 22 gigs of we just bought a whole bunch of cheap memory cards before we went over there, and not 22 gigs. I think we have like, no, it's about 22 gigs worth of video from when we went to Japan. We just haven't ever gotten around to editing it and putting it on the channel. Oh, Stan was curious about what she's wearing. I think it's like a little dress.
Yeah, something like that. Your guess is probably as good as mine.
Dress, mittens, and a snow cap. So I guess she has the snow cap because it's supposed to be cold, and the mittens, but nothing. She's fine with her arms and legs because she's a penguin.
I think she's got sleeves, but don't think she has any legs. Stuff on her legs.
Oh, yeah, audio. We actually went to one of the hot springs in the mountains
Oh yeah, that was
in
awesome.
Hakone.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It was like a mile and a half hike up mountains to get to the thing.
It was gorgeous, though. I have some of the most amazing pictures on my phone. You can just take a picture in any direction, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Not used to mountains. It's kind of flat here.
So, Mark, do you like have the ice cream and coffee at the same time? Because I kind of like doing that. I like to have a hot drink and ice cream at the same time.
Sounds good.
The hot springs were the most expensive part of our trip by far.
It included, like, food, and it was a private hot spring and everything, so I think it was worth it. But, yeah.
Stan, it's from a show called Pororo. Pororo. Other than that, I'm not familiar with the show at all. If Pororo is still here, she could tell you. They're the one who requested this character. How are they straight black eyes?
Yeah, they got little sparklies in them.
Oh,
They're just
okay.
going to be soulless for a second here. Bear with me.
There is no soul.
Oh, goodness.
She looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, they ain't right. That ain't right. Are you familiar with it, Mark?
Pororo the little penguin.
That she is.
Aw, Dave, well, which ones are you selling off, Dave? Actually, you should give me the info. You don't have to in here, of course. If you're in our Discord, though, feel free to send me a private message with your eBay info. If you're ever selling anything that I'm looking to pick up, then I'll definitely take a look. And audio for the American joints. Yes, we did go by a McDonald's. We actually one of our crappy videos is actually that.
Yeah, I think it's actually posted too. We got like a pork burger. It was really good.
So it's Animated Blade Works. Oh, so you're a Fate lover kind of person, huh? I love me some Fate. Unlimited Blade Works was awesome. And yeah, Stan, it is kind of funny that she is a penguin and they love snow, but she is rocking the mitts and the hat. But she does have hair too. Wait, some penguins do though. They got like little tufts of stuff.
Tufts of stuff.
Tufts of stuff. Mark says certain temperatures are dangerous to. Oh, maybe she's wearing the mittens to protect her from wherever the show takes place. Maybe it's too hot, so she needs the mittens for the opposite purpose, to protect her from the heat.
It could be. Make this move.
Alright, I'll go check it out, Dave.
Make this just a touch smaller. Too small. Sure.
There's actually a really nice aquarium in Dallas here that has a lot of penguins in it, and they actually seem to do pretty decent in the summertime.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they do, like, as far as the water. It may be pretty cold, so they can cool off fairly easily, but they just kind of chill in the heat.
Oh yeah, audio. Some of them are extremely long and full of just dumb stuff, but yeah. If anyone's ever looking to actually see our faces, that our vlogs would be where they would be at.
I think I'm just straight up in the Eorzea video.
So the Cafe Eorzea video, they had a really strict rule about not recording in it.
I think...
They give you times when you can record. So I decided to actually just put the camera on my chest. I had a chest strap for it, so I had it under my jacket, and it's like basically there showing everything we did the entire time. No, not quite yet, Dave. Maybe someday. We've actually discussed that quite a few times, Dave. Like, should we, like, do one of those at some point? Like, choose a subscriber count to do it for sometime or what? But we honestly actually forget about even doing it most of the time.
And I don't know if it's still a face reveal, if my face is in some videos.
If it's already been out there. I'm sure
Yeah.
in those vlogs somewhere, even though I had the camera with me, I'm pretty sure I took a gander at some, like, shelves with mirrors behind them or something.
Yeah, and if you look closely in the unboxings and stuff, we're reflected in all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, if you see, like, on our shelves and stuff, anything reflecty probably shows us at least once or twice per video. Oh, you're in New York, huh, Rick? So, man, I've heard the aquarium in New York is actually really nice. I've been to
I bet it's
Manhattan.
amazing.
Everything, that kind of stuff in New York just tends to be amazing. I've been to New York a couple times, Manhattan, and I never went to the aquarium.
I don't think we even tried to do it. I think there were people on the games, and
Yeah, I was kind of iffy about logging my info into a computer I didn't know as
Oh.
well.
you know what it was? We didn't bring our tokens.
Yeah, we also have two-step verification for ours, and we didn't have them with us, so there'd be no way we could log in. Oh, it's in Brooklyn. Okay, no wonder. We drove through Brooklyn, but we didn't actually go. I don't think we did much of anything in Brooklyn. Just drove through it.
I'd never been.
Oh, the toilets in Japan are fantastic.
Oh yeah, man, I miss those. The heated seats, at first I was like, it's a little weird, but it was kind of cold when we were up there. We went in November, and I very quickly learned to love them. and now I miss them.
Now, I will admit that it's pretty weird if you've never actually used those kind of toilets because they can spray your butt. So there's the water pressure on that. Each of the toilets has like a water pressure like amount that you can set. And if you don't know what you're doing when you set it and you hit the button, it's going to be a bit of an invasive experience. Like, there was one that was so bad that I actually had to vacate I vacated the bathroom like very quickly.
What did you do? Did you turn the water off?
No, luckily luckily the toilet seats are sensitive. It shuts the water off as it's pressure sensitive. So as soon as it feels, oh, this dude's butt is now not on me, it shuts off the water, thankfully.
Oh, good.
So, but yeah, it scared me a little bit.
I didn't have any bad experiences, but maybe because I can read the kanji, I didn't have any issues figuring out like which was up and which was down or whatever. And all the bathrooms, like the public restrooms in Japan, were pristine.
Oh no, it's not a gag, Mark. It's real. Their toilets, though, like, I don't care where you went in Japan. You could have gone out to the furthest reaches of Timbuktu, and even if everything else around you was in shambles and in rough shape, they'd still have one of those amazing toilets. I think they actually had like a government thing like several years ago. I think they did like some kind of government thing where they'd like pay for your toilet improvement, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like a thing. The Toilet Evolution of Japan, 2014. I don't know what year it was, but... Oh, there's a name there that I can't really read. It looks like someone hit the keyboard with their cat. But welcome to the stream, and they said she looks a little sad.
Not bad.
I think she'll probably look more happy once we get the coloring in there.
Hopefully. These like really clean, round designs I struggle with.
All around me is familiar faces.
Oh, there's a flower on her shirt.
She's like, hey everyone, I'm sprinkling the last remnants, the last vestiges of my soul for you guys. Be happy. Like I couldn't be.
I'm sorry, I'm doing my best.
But yeah, Mark, out in the mountains, we were at this inn, and they had a toilet that had such crazy water pressure. Like I was convinced that stuff probably could have shot down a plane.
What?
Like you could have just lifted the toilet and just hit it without anyone on it, and it would have just popped a hole in the ceiling and just gone into the stratosphere. Like that was extreme water pressure. I was like, no. Give me my standard toilet paper. Kind of looks like she's thumbing. She needs a ride. Catch a ride.
That's why she's sad. She's stranded.
She's gonna sing us a song.
Man, I really miss the vending machines in Japan.
Oh,
Why does
man.
no one else have hot drinks in vending machines? Come on.
The
No
vending
one has tea
machines.
either.
The vending machines had food. They had hot stuff. Man, they had everything you could think of. And I've got a picture somewhere, but we were actually out on an island, on Iijima Island. There was nothing but fields. You could look every direction, nothing but fields, except for this one spot we found. There's like, they ran electricity out for like 4 miles to turn on this one vending machine. It was just out in the middle of these fields. I mean, I guess it was there for the folks who tend to the fields and work them. But it was just kind of surreal because you look for like miles around you, there's nothing. Nothing but like rice fields and wheat and corn and stuff. And then it's like vending machine? Yeah, we found some of the clothing vending machines audio. We actually did a short video on. We went to Hen Hotel. That's the weird hotel that's run all by robots. That was actually a really really cool place. So when you get, that's the place that when you get to the front, the front checkout people are actually raptors, like velociraptors, like from Jurassic Park. They're animatronic raptors with like little shirts and hats, and they greet you and they take your money from you and then they tell you where to go. They had a big big aquarium that had these huge robot fish in it.
Yeah, the robot quite cool.
Yeah, they had vending machines for everything. Like, if you wanted a sandwich, you go to vending machine. If you want some like ramen, vending machine. You could go get a hot dog, hamburgers, everything. Yeah, the Hen Hotel was actually really cool. Yeah, Dave. Actually, there were some in Akiba. There was actually a vending machine where you could completely customize your own. Where you could customize your own pizza. Like you could choose what ingredients you want on. It would put everything on the crust for you, and it would just serve it to you. It was like Subway, but pizza, and instead of a person, it was a machine.
Oh yeah, we did go see the Gundam.
This stream is epic. I don't know if that's sarcasm, but thank you if it's true. Number 22. Well, I'll call you 22. But yes, audio. We did go see the Unicorn Gundam out at Dive City, Tokyo.
That mom was pretty cool too. They had this like scary VR thing that Roy wanted to do, but I can't handle scary stuff. I feel bad. That probably was cool.
Wait, really, Rick?
That sounds like an interesting race.
Sounds like they busted out like the Entertainment Museum vehicles. So they're not, are they, they're not gonna have like the old they're not gonna have the Batmobile, the original Batmobile? That the one with like the bubble seats? Knight Rider and the van though, and the Chips motorcycle. Well, I think the Chips are gonna have they'll have it in the bag easily. That's on Wednesday night? Is it gonna be like, do you know if they're gonna have like a live stream, or is that something where you gotta go back to old school TV to watch? Well, thank you, Numbers, or 22. We didn't actually know about Petty the Penguin before tonight either. Well, before last week. It's from a show called Pororo the Little Penguin. Yeah, an event like that, I was kind of thinking they probably wouldn't be streaming it. I don't like to go back and watch regular TV anymore. It's like people have been complaining about the YouTube ads, how there's like 2 of them per video now. It's like if you go back to like actual TV or like, God forbid, radio, it's like 10 to 15 ads between every bit of content. Pororo, 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 pororo.
So my doors.
It's an engine sound. That'd be a pretty good sounding engine, actually.
Hmm.
It's broke. Moment of F for the weed eater. So is the race going to be like, is it like for charity? Is it a charity event or just like an exhibition or what? When it comes to TV stuff, unfortunately, I'm really out of it. I've gotten to the point where I stream or podcast or listen. Everything is online and streaming with me now. Like, I feel so out of the loop when it comes to stuff that's actually on TV. We'll go from Pororo one week to Dororo the next.
Throw some doo-da-da-da in there.
Right, Dave? Like, regular TV has nothing to offer me anymore. It's a whole bunch of just commercials. Commercials and news, really, and the news is just a minefield anymore. Like, even the weather, I can get the weather anywhere, so... It might be longer than that for me, Mark. As far as, like, watching actual TV, I can't remember the last thing I actually watched. Like, I actually flipped to a channel and was like, okay, this show's gonna be on at 8 o'clock? Okay, I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah, I just can't imagine doing that anymore. It's like, when it comes out, I want to stream it. Numbers. This could be any amount of time. Usually they're actually fairly long. Like, they could be... Some of these have been up to 5-6 hours, but this character is pretty simple, so I don't foresee it being all that long. The 24-hour cat channel, Dave, I remember seeing that. There's a 24-hour cat channel. See, now that kind of thing, I might actually watch that for a little bit and then stream the rest when I feel like it.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I would just like to leave up in the background while I'm drawing or something.
Yeah, exactly. That would be great, like background stuff. Oh, Dave says he plays it while he works, so
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense. Do the cats ever like watch it? The cats or the other animals? Dave, just out of curiosity. The customers watch it, not the animals. Mark, it was asking about doing the other penguin. Well, that would be what? Pororo? Like actual Pororo?
Is that his name?
The main character of the show. If you guys hear me eating, it's pickle time.
Pickle time.
Oh, I'm looking this up and I almost closed my Overlord light novel tab. That would have made me sad. Oh, Pororo is the one with, it looks like he has a variety of hats. But usually it looks like
He's got
it's...
some goggles. Yeah, that's the dude I've seen.
Yeah, the goggles and the helmet with the stripe on it. I kind of like this one. He's got a knight helmet on.
What?
And look at her. She's actually dressed up as a princess in that one, so I guess since you haven't gone with the princess attire for this, the night helm wouldn't really work.
Dang.
Oh, so okay, so the you got the TV in the lobby then. That makes sense. Audio's eating pickles now. Ragna would be disgusted.
I feel like this needed to be a blue or purple.
Didn't they? I thought they already played the friggin' Dovahkiin music.
I swear this is like the third time it's played.
Hardcore music videos in the lobby when no one's around. Oh, right, you are a manager, yeah, because I remember you were saying that you had a guy leave on you last week, or the week before. Blue seems to be a really popular color when it comes to Penguins numbers. Everyone seems to want... I think it... I blame it on Japan. They seem to like to do blue penguins. Everyone remember the blue penguin on Nintendo 64? That baby
Yes.
penguin?
Oh, sorry. Smash it.
You don't like cold coffee, Mark? I love cold coffee. And I don't know, Audio, they seem like they're hinting at Geomancer possibly being the next class to be introduced.
That'd be pretty cool.
Ooh, the premium? Oh, you meant the screen is blue. Oh, probably to make it give it kind of that wintry feel.
Yeah, and I actually need to make her face white. I should have done that before doing her hair and beak. Oh no.
She matches the background perfectly.
Oh no.
Penguin camouflage activate. Wait, no. Yeah, you don't want her to be too blue because then she kind of looks. It's kind of like a dead color. That blue particularly looks kind of creepy.
Yeah. I was going for like an icy type of blue, but living things generally don't come in that color.
Oh, you got those hardbook Berserk ones. Man, I've been seeing people show those on the Reddit so far, and I'm so jelly. They look so beautiful. I'm still waiting for the day we can actually hope for a decent frickin' anime adaptation of Berserk. That's got no CG in it whatsoever.
Yeah, they did that series wrong with the CG. Hat Puff white or just lighter purple? I think it's lighter purple.
Yeah, it looks like lighter purple there. It looks like there's a bunch of variations of it too. Yeah, Dave, I don't know if I'd be able to bring myself to open something like that either. I do that with a lot of stuff. I get it, and it's like it's too pretty for me to taint with my dirty human hands. I can't open it. Yeah, Plocta. Plocta's gaining popularity quick. She's pretty valuable. All of those Atelier series figures seem to be worth a decent amount. Like, they seem to have a rock solid fan base.
And they're all really high quality. I love all the Atelier figures. I don't have all of them, but the ones I do have are beautiful.
Yeah, I feel you there, Dave. If I can get 2 copies on something, I'll have one to open and then one to keep.
I mean, if only we could do that with figures, because man, they are expensive.
I've thought about doing that kind of thing before, Mark, like going through a whole series of figures or something that I've had around for a while and just unboxing them all. But then I start to cry when I start to open them, and I don't. I think, though, since they're adding Glavenus, we actually have the creator's model Glavenus figure. I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and open that since he's going to be involved in Iceborne. And I think they're about to add him to the Capcom store, so he's going to be relevant again.
I will hate these events.
What's up, Sora? And it's a viewer request, so yep, it's the viewer requests kind of range from everything, younger to older.
Yep, sort of a grab bag.
I've been wanting to see Gintama, actually, Dave. I haven't been able to watch it. I need to.
That series seems hilarious.
Oh, did they actually show the Tigrex? Or Tigrex, however you like to say him? Did they show that one for Creator's Model? Tigrex? I will always go Tigrex.
I mean, that's how it was spelled in katakana.
Yeah, it is, because in Japan it's Taiga Rex. Go ahead and post it, Mark. Oh, Pororo, you said something about the hair? What would you like to change? The color or like the way it is? Just curious if you could change something about it. I'm not sure what. Her hair's like flat against her face. Like flat.
Yeah, it's more like a pattern, I guess, than actual hair.
It almost looks like her hair is painted on. In the show, I mean.
Fudge. Let's see if I can fix it.
But yeah, Dave, I've been wanting to watch Gintama because I've seen a ton of highlights from it, and it looks hilarious. Like, the way they do their homages, the way they make their parodies on shows is just hilarious. Pearl says make a little bit of a light blue and the wave thing. Oh, it's supposed to look like a wave?
should have probably watched like.
Weep before your God. That's random, Mark. That's funny. It looks like you gave her like these really manly eyebrows all of a sudden.
Perfect. Okay.
It just looks like this big, way too thick eyebrow.
Oh, it is sort of like a wave.
JoJo's reference? Everything is a JoJo's reference if it's twisted just right.
Okay.
Yeah, the JoJo parodies were some of the best that I've seen from Gintama, though. So, are any of you guys Gigguk fans? I get the feeling that you probably are, Dave. I love Gigguk. He's hilarious. The way he writes stuff and the way he perfectly executes everything. Love his stuff. Which one are you talking about, Audio? The Tigrex one?
Oh no.
I haven't watched Gigguk in quite a while, but I do have to say he's one of the few YouTubers that can probably get me to laugh almost every single time I watch anything. Yeah, he was pretty crude with some of the stuff, like, what was it, Arrow Manga Sensei, as well as, Darling in the Franxx. He got pretty dirty with those. Alright, I'll take a look at it real quick.
Seems to be
Ooh, I do like the way that one looks.
Ooh.
They've got him in his pounce, ready to pounce stance.
Yeah.
Man, Creator Model does such good work.
This is any different?
Oh, I see what you're talking about, Mark. What you posted there. Really? That's quite a mix.
What is that?
It's like JoJo, Garfield, and Peter Griffin. Man, that's crazy.
That is a scary creature.
The penguin version of Ichigo.
Penguin Ichigo.
Penguichigo. Yeah, the Darley Fra rerun. One of my close buddies is like just so in love with 02. He's got a Discord and it like revolves around her. It's great. Oh yeah, there, I see in the eyes there too in the hoodie. Yeah. Oh, you mean when she turned into a vehicle?
Wait, what now?
In Darling in the Franxx.
Oh.
Pretty much all the major fan bases, they all agree, is episode 15, I think, is when it ended officially for them. So it's like anything that happened after that, it's like, nah. We just pretend it won't. It did never happen. Oh, I see. Saying that the bangs are still a little bit too long. You just made them more really kind of full. But that's how Sasha does it. She does big bangs.
Yeah, I can't do it. Let's see.
Your phone died, Mark? You gotta plug it up when you watch us. You know that. Yeah, I don't know if I could actually watch it. If I could actually watch it all the way through again. Darling in the Franxx was one of those shows that I think I'm happy with just the first time. Sasha's Big Bang Theory. All the bangs should be big.
You know what? We just won't have eggs.
Just make her a regular old penguin. Nothing but 5 head all the way. Let me get you a link real quick. Oh crap, you're on Twitch. Let me think. 1 second. Let me bring it. I'll bring it up on my iPad and through the link there. That'll be easier. There we go. Oh crap, do I have Discord on the iPad? I don't know if I ever actually downloaded it. Let me download it real quick. I need to have it on here anyway, because that seems kind of a faux pas to not.
Yeah, what if you're reading manga in the bath and people are talking about important stuff on the Discord?
What kind of soundtrack is this? Is it like... I swear I've heard the music before, but I don't know where it's from.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. It's Jesus.
Yeah, having it is the first step, right? Let's see. I hate downloading stuff on my iPad, though. It always wants, like, my life story to get into it.
I need your face.
I think I made it my fingerprint. I hope I did.
I feel like the bangs are somehow worse.
Oh, they're definitely shorter. Alrighty, Mark. I'm trying to figure out how to download stuff on my iPad anyway because I do it very rarely.
You do.
I'm all Google and Android, so it's like these hieroglyphics. I don't know them.
Yeah, I've got an iPhone, so I know how to do it.
Get.
Discord get.
So, which finger did I use? That's saying that one's wrong.
This is not your finger.
Well, that finger worked. It was like the third finger. Showing off all my technical savvy here.
Oops. Oh no, where's the light source?
I actually was meaning to go and join that this week, Dave. I'm just so bad with Facebook. Like, even our official Facebook group, we have like 500 people on there, and I never remember Facebook. Like, it has almost like a MySpace kind of presence in my mind. I just forget about it. Oh, Pororo liked that one.
Oh,
It's
good.
it's like those games where it's like Pororo likes that or like that, like Fallout. Let's see.
Draws my big old bangs. Bro, hated that. Oh no.
Yeah, I will actually use. That's what I basically use. That's what I use Facebook for. Is mostly to keep up with like my family or any kind of like. I follow a bunch of groups that are in like my business, my field of expertise, which
Yeah,
is
I
like.
do the same thing.
But
Q&As and whatnot.
that's pretty much it. Pororo would like to get a snowy background if you don't mind.
I will try my best. I'm not.
You could play around with some of your pen
Right.
types to make the snow
You right. That just a brilliant idea.
with trees and stuff. I'm sure with some trees that have
Trees.
snow on them.
Oh
Mark's like, more details, more stream time. Keep it going.
no. I mean, if you're enjoying yourself, okay. I'm happy to keep doing the doodle.
The doodle.
Another slaver face one. Okay, so this is the background.
Oh wow, I was actually able to remember my Discord password the first time. That never happens.
Whoa. I don't know my Discord password. Start with some snow drifts. Oh, turn that down to 0. Oops.
I got to admit, like, I've gotten so lazy with passwords, like Google Save and all that kind of stuff. Man, I'm just like, I can't remember anything. Hey, Ned, how's it going? Good to see you. You're never too late. We still got some other background details we're gonna do, so. You're migrating, so you're taking refuge from the period of time where we have no games between now and Monster Hunter World Iceborne. There is Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's coming. I have the wrong cat.
Oh, yeah, I think that's been going on for a minute now. I gotta do like the Chimbio palm on my face to get the face ready to draw me.
Pororo would like some clouds as well.
Clouds, let's see. I think I got a good thing for that. One of these. Maybe not that one.
So let me see. Right, I was gonna try to get you a link to the Discord over in Twitch. Let me just figure out how Discord works in this version of the app. Okay, there we go. Alright, Dave, I sent a link over there to Twitch. Try giving that a click and see what happens. Oh, did you, Ned? So you're having a little bit of drama with one of them? It happens. Really depending on, your view of things. I mean, you can try to... They just signed you up for the army?
What?
Well, Dave, we appreciate your service that you're about to render. Let me make sure that the army
Wait.
sent Kitty Bit Games our commission.
Discord?
That would be
Discord said selling you up for the army? What?
humor.
What? No, I don't know what's going on.
You did not anticipate that I would anticipate that move. I've activated my army trap card. My draft card. Oh, but Ned, it really depends on if you're willing to go the extra mile to try and turn that viewer around. It happens. It's kind of up to you since you own the channel. I mean, you've got mods and the ability to block them, so if you want to use that. A lot of people, though, can actually become really cool people, though, if you can just figure out why they're, behaving badly toward you. With a lot of people, it just takes a little understanding. Like, you don't know their situation. Something could be really rough. Really rough could be happening to them, and that's why they kind of take it to the internet. But oh, well, if that's the case, Ned, I would probably go ahead and just mod that one out. If that sounds a little too heavy. That's not just plain trolling. That sounds like it could get a little bit ugly. So, yeah, you might be better off just going ahead and clicking away and forgetting that one. Yeah, those fates, those fates always seem to happen when I'm cleaning or doing stuff around the house, too. Like, when you sent that stuff to us earlier, I wasn't able to get on to do anything about it.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even at the house.
Oh, yeah, Ned, I saw that you had a Discord thing there. I was curious if you'd actually just started that, or if that was something you'd been doing, so... When you're doing your stream, or if you want, actually, Ned, you can throw your Discord link into... Go ahead and put it into, like, the art section on our Discord. Or if you want, you can maybe put... Yeah, you can just go ahead and put it in the main chat. I mean, you're not someone that spams or anything, so just throw it in the main chat. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, then we'll know when you're streaming, because we usually miss the notifications. They're not great.
Yeah, they have that, Dave. It's one of those things to keep the bots away. Just gotta wait that 10 minutes out. I had to do the exact same thing. And yeah, Mark's actually got a... Mark has a point. There could be friends of yours in disguise that are maybe coming to bother you, or, maybe heckle you a little bit. But the way you worded that one, if they're saying they know you in real life and they have a crush on you, yeah, that sounds a little bit like stalking, so I would go ahead and mod them out. Yeah, like what Dave's saying there, if you start seeing that kind of stuff, that's where I gotta kind of draw the line. Like, yeah, gonna need you to buzz off on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, trees. The trees. If you don't have trees, it's counting as treason.
Oh, goodness, trees. I can add some mountains.
Throw it in the Discord audio. Oh, and Mark, by the way, if you've got a Discord, feel free to link it as well, bro. You guys are a digital family. We know you're not gonna we trust you guys. We ain't gonna worry about you guys posting stuff like that. Feel free. Like, all you guys that come to the stream all the time and you always chat with us, hang out with us and all that, I mean, if there's anything, if you guys want to show anything out there, you want to link any of your work, your art, that kind of stuff, feel free. I mean, it's not like we have... Yeah, we don't have much to share as far as, like, influence or anything like that. But I mean, if you guys want to show any of your stuff, feel free. We're glad to help. More power to abuse. Dave coming with the facts. But we trust you guys to not abuse it is the point. Why, anytime I get power, the first thing I do is abuse it.
What's this? Link. That's what this is.
Yeah, Dave, once you're in the Discord, feel free to show off your collection. You can link your Facebook in there, too, because I'm wanting to join it, and I'm the type that I will forget probably the whole week to actually go to Facebook and look for it. But if you set up a convenient little link there for me, I'll probably click it.
Is this a tree?
When you said that, it made me think of that anime meme where the dude's sitting there and the fairy is like, but instead of a fairy, is this a tree? Yeah, feel free, Dave. We got a lot of folks in the Discord that I'm sure if they've got the money for it, they would like to patronize you. One of these days, I might open a shop. It'll be like the 40-year-old virgin. I'll just open it up, sell all my stuff, and then have enough to like afford everything I've wanted in life. But now that I've lost everything that I loved in life. Pororo was asking if you could make her mouth a little bigger. Can't you just do that thing where you put the box around it and expand it?
Let's see.
Check this out.
It got a little weird.
No, it looked okay where it just was.
I may have to flatten the image and do that, like, very last thing.
Oh, so come back to it once the picture's flattened?
Yeah, I'm hoping that works.
Alright, so we will revisit the mouth here in a little bit.
Just let me forget.
not gonna be having the kids, so we're gonna go ahead and get a yacht. Sell the collection and get a yacht. That sounds like an idea. We could like put some turf on the front of the yacht, and you could have that cow you've always wanted. We could have like a little farm
Wait, on the yacht?
on the front of the yacht, and like have like an ocean farm. But we'll have to really try hard to avoid storms because I don't think any of them would dig that at all.
Yeah, that sounds a little risky.
But we could do like ocean yacht vlogs and stuff. Like that would be so unique. Like, hey, we're out here in the Pacific today, guys. We've got the cows. We've got the parrots. Look at that. The pigs are loving the water out here. We just threw one of them into the ocean and we're going to go fish them up here in a second. Let's get to it, guys. That would be horrible.
That sounds very frightening.
Oh, is YouTube rejecting it, Ned? Let me see. I'm actually on the Twitch on my iPad. Usually if they reject it, I can usually fix that. There we go. It should show it here. Sometime. Hello. Okay, it's ignoring my yeah. I'm clicking as hard as I can and it's ignoring me. If I click any harder, my finger's gonna jam. It's gonna go straight through my iPad. Uh-oh, it froze. Dave, while you and I seem to share very close tastes in anime figures and everything, it seems like we also might have the unfortunate luck as well. Yes, Ned. Very professional. That was spelled so weak, or weakly. That was weak.
That was weak.
I meant to say that was spelled so well that I felt it in my mind. Wow, just totally came off as the biggest jerk ever there.
It was weak.
Holy crap, it's elfin lead music.
Oh goodness.
Next week, make your Abonation? Abomination? Ab Nation? Is it like a country made out of abs?
I found it. We're working on
A toenail fell off, Dave?
it. Ugh. Oh no. Oh, that sounds painful.
Well, it kind of is, but I actually have that every here and there too.
Yo.
Oh, Stan says that there's a mascot for this one. Hey, the tree looks pretty good. I didn't even notice that. Very nice. It just fell off. You might want to sell some Blu-rays, Dave, and go to the doctor. Can't have you losing your toenails, brah. I like chatting with you. I need you to keep coming and talking with me. Oh, speaking of hellos, Milo says hello to everyone.
Weird.
Hey, Milo, why don't you go over there where we can put the camera on you, bud? You bring up an interesting point, though, Dave, like using our toenails. I mean, I'm sure at one point we used them to climb trees and to get through, like, certain terrain, but I can't remember the last time I used my toenails either.
It's kind of just in the way.
Yeah, it's kind of like nipples on dudes. It makes no sense.
Well, that's because they develop before your sex is determined.
Oh,
Biologically.
so they're just, like, there. Like, you're gonna have them regardless.
Yeah.
I wish I could trade them up for something else. Like, I don't know, maybe another finger. Give you that kind of option when you're in Life Character Creator. Want nipples? Nah. I think I'm gonna go for that extra pinky. What about an extra eye? Third ear. On the back of your head, so then you can hear everywhere.
Can I just flatten the whole thing? Flatten it, but here we go.
Watch, pretty soon we're gonna start going like Deus Ex, like, cause have you guys seen some of the prosthetics out there? Like the technology for prosthetics is straight up like going, like Deus Ex. Like they're actually, the research they did for Deus Ex is helping them to improve it. Man, it's like in the future, it's gonna seriously be like Cyberpunk, where people are just going to modify. We're gonna eventually start modifying our bodies to a point where it's like, I don't really like the chin that I was born with, so I'm just gonna pop that right off and pop the new one on. Or you're gonna have a chin for every day of the week. Prepare yourself for stuff so weird it's scary if you join Ned's Discord. Yeah, we saw a bunch of characters for Pororo.
Milo doing the pokes.
Sorry, Milo was poking me. I was actually trying to, deliver some words. I don't remember what, but my arm got poked by a cat, and suddenly I lost everything I was thinking about.
Yes? Yes, sir. What can we do for you?
Yeah, Dave. Your chin gets hacked, and then it's like you spend the rest of your day fighting with your chin. Oh, you meant for the Discord? I'm totally going off the rail. I was thinking you're talking about like the prosthetics. Going back to that. Someone has hacked my arm. I can't come into work today because I can't stop hitting myself.
Oh my god. I'm crying.
No, if someone hacked your, like, imagine if someone could hack, like, your face or your mouth or something. Like, it was modular and someone could hack it. It would be like, you guys remember, what was it Bruce Almighty or the other Almighty? The one where he actually took over, the news anchor. I'm horrible with names, by the way, guys. But the news anchor, and he was just going nuts with him. He's just making all kinds of. It was like one of the most hilarious scenes in movies ever.
Yeah, I think that was Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Evan. Yeah, when he took over Evan, that's what it would be like. If someone takes over your mouth, and you're just like in a meeting with your boss, and
I think he was like on the air.
yeah, he was on the air, and he took him over and just started making him make all these ridiculous, incoherent noises. And doing all sorts of stuff that just pretty much destroyed his career.
Yeah, what pressure there? Ain't working.
Who knows what is from Mark? Do you mean like the music or what?
Oh yeah, we don't even know when we're looking right at it.
I think this music might actually be from Amalur, maybe? Yeah, that's something we actually want our Discord to kind of become, Ned, in the future, is where a lot of, like, you guys' art, our art, we're just, like, cool stuff, pretty stuff, awesome stuff, all the great stuff comes together. It's just, like, kind of like a gallery of good stuff. Because who doesn't like stuff?
Yeah, I love to see everybody's art.
Pororo Park Petty. Oh, there's a park.
Wouldn't it?
Apparently there's like a park.
Park? Park Betty?
Yeah, I almost never finished any of my art, if you could call it that, Dave. I like to start pictures and then spend hours on the details and then get tired of it and never finish it.
Oh, the one like that's actually at the like what do you call it? The mascots? People suits?
Oh, okay. Oh, one of the Japanese parks. Oh, so she has her own park in Japan? Okay, now we see what you're talking about, Pororo. Pororo?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, she's got like a whole, like an entire amusement park thing.
Cool.
See, this is what happens when you don't
Oh, Audie was
when you
saying
don't watch
he
TV
puts
much.
it on the Discord.
I don't know about any of these things. What is up? The music's gone like, we went to like some epic soundtrack. This is not necessarily Pororo music. Oh, were you gonna drop snow on the trees as well?
You know what? Yeah.
Let's find some other music. That doesn't really fit Pororo at all.
Not really.
Yeah, let's go with some retro game music. That'll be good. This is sure to get us a copyright claim from Nintendo. Oh, Audio was saying that he posted a picture in the meme
Oh, yeah, I
section.
was just trying to find that. Oh, the blood lily. I love the flowers.
Yeah, the blood lilies are fun.
I absolutely adore what they've done with White Mage. I've been having a blast. And I get to glare at everything.
What?
I can
What are you talking about? Glaring.
Yeah. It's my regular move, is glare.
Oh, it's glare. I thought you meant like literally glaring at things. Like, huh? How does that help you play a game?
Nah, I glare at everything. It is required.
The mascot version is actually pretty cool, Pororo. I actually had no idea that there was an entire, like, amusement park where they've all got mascots. It's one of the cool things about doing requests for viewers is because we get exposed to all kinds of stuff, and actually that snow looks really cool. What are you doing with that?
It's clouds.
You're putting clouds as snow, but it works. It looks.
Don't tell anybody.
It looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks.
That's good.
Alrighty, Ned, feel free. Throw it over into the art section. Yeah, Discord tends to do that, Dave. It's like, oh, you must have picture that is 2 meg or less, and then we will make it into 0.2 megs. We're gonna take it down to the kilobytes.
Well, let's pretend it's snow.
Oh, Mario Kart. Yeah, I'm trying to take a look at the Discord and everything you guys are throwing in there, but I don't want to ignore you guys in the chat either, so usually I check out most of this stuff after the stream. Oh ho ho, I'm looking at the collection though, Dave. Good lord, that looks cool. Look, he does it really similar to how I do it. Like putting everything along the wall vertically, so it's not just piled up.
Oh man, that's super organized.
Are those Oh, I thought they were amiibos up top, but I see Mickey and... Oh, those are the pins. Are those the ones that they released a while back? I'm trying to remember. Oh, you've got I see you've got the Phantom Thieves there. Oh, you got the Devil May Cry Collector's Edition, the one with the van. Oh, there it is, the Fate Stay Night poster. Man, I love Stay Night and Unlimited Blade Works. Yeah, one sec, Pororo. Let me link it here real quick. Yeah, Fate doesn't really have that much in the way of good merchandise, from my experience. Just out of curiosity, Dave, what are you using to attach them to your wall there? Are you using like 3M strips? Because I noticed like you've got the Take Your Heart edition up on the wall there, as well as a few other things, but I don't see any kind of a shelf. It's real clean looking. Poster putty and thumbtacks, I got you. You got some old traditional board games down there too. And some strat guides. I think, no, maybe not. Those are art books.
Oh, hard pass.
I thought I saw some strategy guides. I love collecting strategy guides. You know, they don't really do them anymore, but man, I love strategy guides. Audio, were you able to find out anywhere if it's creator model for the Velkhana? I couldn't figure out what brand it is for Velkhana. Oh, your Todoroki is signed by the voice actor? That's awesome.
Oh man, it's super cool.
And Mark, I don't remember what I say at all, Mark. The shelf life on what flies out of my mouth is about like 10 seconds. After that, it dries up and flies away. Yeah, we have an Instagram too, but we really rarely use it as well. We probably should use it more though, because it seems to actually get more traction than Twitter. Our Twitter like refuses to grow. I don't know what we have to do with Twitter, but yeah. Yeah, pretty much, Mark. Although I'd say a goldfish, compared to me, goldfishes almost seem prophetic to me in comparison when it comes to attention spans. Yeah, it really seems that way. It seems like you gotta stand out and kind of like you really do have to stir the pot, kick the hornet's nest sort of thing on Twitter is what it seems. Because, I mean, we don't post very often though. Most of what we post on Twitter though is like stuff about our cats. That's usually it. And see, look, Dave keeps all of his console boxes too.
Yeah, I do too. They're in the corner.
Gotta keep the console boxes.
What if something goes wrong? You gotta send it back and get them to fix it.
I even keep like this. Well, no, I remember what you didn't like is when I built my computer. You didn't like me keeping boxes for that stuff.
Because there were like 20 of them.
There's a lot of components in a computer.
Is there anything else I'm forgetting to add to this?
I don't know. Oh, cat. Where are we gonna add a cat? And what kind of cat? That snow looks like really realistic, doesn't it?
It's
Like
just white.
it looks like she's standing against like a realistic backdrop, and she's like this cel-shaded character.
Yeah, she stands out a little bit.
Mushroom cloud in the background.
It's exploding.
Oh, you got a Black Lagoon poster. Man, I loved Black Lagoon. That was a really, really cool show. Mark says cat, lower left. Where our face. I think he's saying that you are the cat.
Oh.
So it might not be a collector model or creator model audio. See, if it was creator model, I think they would be advertising it. I hope they didn't go with like a new company, because the Tigrex, he's a creator model for sure. Looking at the format that he's in, he's definitely a creator model. But why wouldn't they do all of them in creator model? I don't get it. But yeah, I loved the characters in Black Lagoon. Like, they all seemed so, like, realistic and alive. Like, they all had so much personality. Like, man, I love. But I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker for like the gangster, sort of like gangster or mobster style storylines, and that kind of thing. Have you ever seen Jormungand? Oh, audio sent a link. Let me click that to see about this Velkhana figure. Oh yeah, we got all the Zelda and all the Nintendo's playing now, so copyright claim, here we go. Jormungand is a really good one. Once you get about halfway through, it explodes as far as like the way the narrative goes. It was a really, really cool ride. I love Jormungand. That one. What about Gangsta? Did you ever check that one out? Alrighty, Ned. I will take a look at it and. I love your Monster Hunter corner, Dave.
Oh, dang. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got like a whole corner devoted. Oh, I see. He's got the you got the Funko Pop down there. Let me guess. That's probably one of the only Funko Pop you ever bought, right? Yeah, I'm the same way. Rick says it looks nice. Has that Christmas feeling to it.
Thank you. What month are we in? July?
Hey, it'll help cool you down.
And drawn snow and sweat.
Oh, I really like your cabinet. It's got Fate and Full Metal Alchemist. Hey, he's got the Roy figure and the Edward.
Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't realize they did on Edward. Was it the same series as the Roy?
I think it was, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't really like the nothing wrong with Funko Pops if any of you guys like them. They're not for me. I don't like the design so much, but I have to admit I did get all of the Metal Gear, all of the Monster Hunter ones, the Rathalos, the Zenogre, there's one that's even an Azure Rathalos Hunter with, for some reason, Black Panther from the Avengers. I got that one too. It's like a 2-pack. Oh, I see you like to collect Zippo lighters, too. Oh, you got a clock. That's pretty cool. Oh, there it is. There's the Kit Ray. Or one of them. Yeah, there we go. See? He's got the same sets of swords that I've got.
Yeah.
It's like the Sword of Earth, the Sword of Fire, Sword of Darkness. So let me see what Ned sent. I'm surprised they didn't put a safety belt on it. Where's the rest of it though?
Oh, goodness.
A little bit of, looks like some taxidermy. Wait, he's in a baby seat. I find morbid things often are pretty funny, Ned. Don't worry. You heard I laughed at it. Yep, I'm a nerd of many things too, Dave. I always wanted to get into lighters. I actually am really, really digging these newer like Zippo lighters, the ones with the that use the plasma to light things. I honestly think that's really wicked. Oh, Dave, I would say more than half of ours is geek stuff. I mean, we're pretty much overrun with stuff. I've got a lot in storage that I don't have room to put out, and we've got a lot of stuff in boxes still, like shipping boxes. Someday, though, someday, we will be in a bigger spot. We will put it all out, and then we will make videos and showcase the whole dang thing. Numbers. As far as posting on DeviantArt, we actually started, we tried to get into DeviantArt, but why didn't we?
I couldn't get it to post anything. It was saying that I'm not authorized to post content in any category at all.
Maybe it was a time thing. Like, after you start an account, you have to wait, like, so many days.
Yeah, I could go try again, but I heard they also had some weird copyright things, like if you post something on DeviantArt, they own it or something. They
I don't know about that.
To, like, people who put designs on shirts or something. I forget what exactly it was.
You made it late, so you're doing a little bit sleep drunk. Assault vehicle acquired. He's in a mop bucket. It's friggin' hilarious. Animal memes are the best ones. Okay, suddenly we're on the Twisted Metal soundtrack. I haven't heard this in like... It has been literally... This is Twisted Metal 1 from PlayStation 1. Like, all of a sudden, I actually decided to listen to the TV, and I felt like a kid again. Like, holy crap, this is old. Like, where are these soundtracks digging their stuff up from? I love Twisted Metal, though. Man, I love Twisted Metal. I keep, every year when E3 rolls around, I have the tiniest bit of hope in the back of my heart for maybe Twisted Metal will come back. Like, when I was a kid, this was like hard rock for me. This stuff was like crack. Like, I love the soundtrack for Twisted Metal. I like that picture you posted, Ned.
Oh, that is cool. Is that a, what do you call him? Doctor? Lake Doctor? Lake Doctor.
It makes you wonder, like, what's going on. Like, patient is healed. Like, what's the patient look like?
They had the plague.
Yes, the esteemed Akira Toriyama numbers. One of the best out there. Love that man and his work. Almost as heavy as Nickelback. That Spider-Man soundtrack, though. Yeah, I heard about that audio. As soon as they announced that, I was really fearing that was going to definitely put the nail in the coffin for Twisted Metal. But I am kind of holding out hope that it means we'll see another game, maybe? It's Crash Bandicoot Warped.
What?
An interactive Netflix series? Can you imagine if they made, like, Twisted Metal one of those and, like, went as far as to be like, it's also in VR, guys?
Can't I write?
Twisted Metal in VR would be pretty wicked, though. Like, imagine yourself in the in the driver's seat, the cockpit. Well, I guess it kind of is in Twisted Metal's world. But imagine driving a car in Twisted Metal in first person in VR. That would be just awesome. It'd probably be confusing as heck at first, though. Monster Hunter VR would probably be pretty stressful, but I'd give it a shot. I will give anything a shot in VR. I love VR stuff. I think they had like a Monster Hunter VR experience at USJ, Universal Studios Japan. I want to think that they had something like that. One of those ones that blows the air on you and sprinkles water on you, that kind of stuff. Shakes your cart all around. The thing about 14 in VR audio is since you're in first person, you probably wouldn't be able to see all the tells. You'd probably get hit with everything.
Yeah.
Everyone be like, get out of the way, get out of the way, huh? Because you're not looking down at the ground all the time.
It'd be great for like hanging out in the house and stuff, but actually playing dungeons and stuff,
Tots Animations, Mark? Oh, did you want to move the picture over so they could see the cat? The
Oops.
cat's behind us. I mean, you're a cat in front of a cat. It's like catception.
Little amorphous, spiky, fluffy cat.
Those trees, that snow made them look just so realistic.
Really?
It kind of looks like, I don't know if you guys ever played any of the old PlayStation 1 RPGs like Saga Frontier or like Parasite Eve. It makes it look kind of like that. Tater Tots Animation, huh? I have to check them out.
Pushes away. What you doing?
I love losing brain cells. I'll be right there. Although my doctor said I need to be on a brain cell loss diet because I don't have much left to go. He's like, anytime you want to commit to damaging them, you might want to regrow them, you know, let them recover a little bit, like 2 or 3. Brain cells are unimportant. Soon machines will do everything for us. It'll be all automated. It'll be like on WALL-E. We'll all be on a spaceship, just rolling around in our fat chassis, just not able to do much of anything outside of play around with our iPads and stuff in front of us, because everything is done for us.
What about going outside and running?
You go outside and roll instead. Or hover. Hover. One and 3/4 brain cells, Ned? You fancy. I go with like 25% of my first brain cell. It's been there for me all these years. That one brain cell, like I met it when I was like 11, and it's just been there for me for all these years. It hasn't left like all the others. Alrighty, so are we done here?
I think so. Unless I'm forgetting something.
She looks pretty done. Saying she looks pretty done though, considering she's a penguin, kind of feels like you're saying she's done almost like a chicken, like a rotisserie. She looks pretty done to me.
She'd probably be rather be in that situation than this one. What have I done to her?
Why does the cat have no collar? This is coming from Dave. He's the manager at the kennel. He's
no.
gonna get on you.
Ruh-roh.
The cat has been watching too much 24-hour cat TV, and he saw those unruly cats on that feral cat TV show. He's like, I gotta be them.
Maybe he's not adopted yet.
Instead of Hell's Angels, they're Hell's Neckos.
He's rebel.
Bunch of cats riding around on motorcycles. They're like the motorcycle Martian motorcycle mice of Mars. What was that show called? Motorcycle Mice from Mars. That was it. That's an old show. It even had figures though, like action figures. Biker Mice from Mars. That was it. I was thinking motorcycle was a little bit much. I was like, yes, it was a show. It was like Street Sharks and Ninja Turtles.
Okay,
like-
Ninja Turtles, I know.
So, like, this was like a whole era of... There was, like, in the 90s, there was an era of, like, 5 years where they were pretty much like, okay, we're going to take every single creature we can think of, and we're going to slap them on the streets. We're going to give them machines. Those cats, the SWAT cats, they get all kinds of cool machines. And those mice, they come from Mars. Those sharks, they can swim through the ground, and they're super buff. They're, like, crazy huge. I can't read that because I can't make good choices on fonts to use, but whoever just subscribed,
Yeah.
if you're in the
Sure.
chat, thank you. Oh, did you read it?
I think it was Mariah Shiro, but not positive.
Whatever she said, if you're in the chat, thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
But yeah, Dave basically explained it. Harley Davidson rats from Yonder Planet.
Oh my god. Sounds like something a younger me would have loved.
It was just one of those shows that was like, it was awesome in its absurdity. It was just nuts. Like, who even thought of this stuff? But it made good money. Although I don't think Biker Mice from Mars was quite as popular as a lot of the other shows. There was another one with pigs. Do you remember the name of that one, Dave? They were like warhogs, was it? I think it might have been warhogs. They actually had figures too. They were all these like crazy big like razorback hogs and pigs and stuff had different designs, and their toys you could like place, like they had like all these different modular weapons and stuff you could put on them. Like harnesses that could like had missile launchers and Gatling guns and all sorts of stuff. I think it was Warhogs.
Oh my god, it's Croc. What?
Yeah, they're going back to all the PlayStation classics today. Maybe it was Hogs of War. Maybe? I don't know. It seems like an easy wordplay to go on. I wouldn't be surprised if there were spin-offs or knockoffs. I would have to look it up and see. It's been a great many years. Numbers. If you feel it's really worth sharing, then sure, feel free. We appreciate you. We appreciate the support. Thank you. I think you'd have to be kind of crazy to want to share it. But it was an Infogrames game. I think I said that. Oh, I remember that one. Now, I just looked it up and looked at the cover. The Born to Grill thing reminded me immediately of it. I think I might have played it once, but I don't remember anything. Outside of the pictures. It's funny, on Steam it's a 6 out of 10, and on Google users, 97% like this video game. Just goes to show that everyone's got a different opinion. Oh, it's one of the ones you weren't allowed to play, Dave? That was all of them for me. Lucky me, I had that friend down the street that had all the video game systems that I could just go over there and play. Well, alright, it looks like it's been a little bit since we've drawn anything here, so I think we've just, this has become a chat stream, which is not a bad thing at all. Yep, it does look done, doesn't it, Numbers? Well, alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it about here. That way you guys can still have some time left in your evening and actually do some other stuff after the stream. I know we usually run you guys ragged. Usually it's like it's kind of gets down to the last man. Bedtime for you, Dave. Oh, the text numbers, it says adopt a cat.
I'm sorry for my handwriting.
Might need to rewrite that if we're having questions about it.
I don't know if I can. I think it'll obliterate the clouds if I do.
It'll blow the clouds away with text.
Yeah, because I flattened the picture to fix her beak.
Mark, are you, like, what are you guys watching? Is it something that you put into the Discord? Numbers, unfortunately, we can't remove that because that's kind of our thing. We are big advocates of animal rescue and adoption here. So everything we do, all the pictures we do have a cat and they have adopt a cat somewhere. So it's kind of our channel message. So that's one thing that we can't waver on. Gotta have that message.
Even Light Yagami says adopt a cat.
Yeah, even Light. I mean, he killed a bunch of people.
Legs.
What was with these legs? Oh, I think that's a thing they've been doing on anime lately. Like, someone took a bunch of pictures of different anime characters laying in beds, and where it shows like the blanket over their legs, and it's like they draw underneath, going based on the impression that the blanket is making over their legs, and it turns out that their legs are like 8 feet long. What can I say except, oh. Well, alrighty, guys. Oh, before this soundtrack gets too hard rock on us, now it's going Tekken 3 intro. Oh, it gets too much more hard rock, and I'm not gonna be able to unwind and get to bed tonight. I'm gonna be too wired on old PlayStation game music. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you guys dropping in, and we hope you guys all have a great night. Pororo, if you're still out there, hope you liked the picture, and thank you for the request. Keeps us busy. You guys have a great evening. If anyone here is new to the channel, likes and subs are completely up to you guys. What we do ask for around here, though, is you consider, if it's within your means, consider adopting or rescuing an animal. ASPCA.org, petfinder.com. You can also Google local animal rescue and adoption options near you. If you can't bring one home due to allergies, living conditions, what have you, then there's other ways you can show your love to those guys out there. What are some of those?
You can also go volunteer and still spend time with the guys, or you can donate money, old blankets, clothes. They can use all that kind of stuff.
Yep, so if you've got love to give, there's plenty of ways to give it, plenty of ways to show your love, and there's always plenty of animals out there in need of that love. So, speaking of love, we love you guys, and remember, buy your fun, not your fam. Adopt, don't shop. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a great evening.
Nighty night.
As soon as I can find the mouse to click the things.